So apologies again for the technical difficulties there. The Barrie Baycats didn't end up scoring. Dan Mara made a heck of a diving play at second base to get the Maple Leafs out of the inning. Julian Jr. Valdez came on. And the bunt is laid down by Ishihara. It's a good one, and it's dropped. The Maple Leafs have first and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the 10th.
And nobody on second base. Ishihara takes two. Time wasn't called.
Yeah, I mean, that run doesn't mean a lot for the Maple Leafs, but down the line, that's a double play that could be rolled. Heads up play by Ishihara. That's not a completely insignificant 90 feet.
You said it best. Any ball hit up the middle to a second baseman, the possible double play, Yoshi Ishihara takes that away.
So now, do the Barrie Baycats, they might have already been thinking of doing this, but do the Barrie Baycats do the intentional walk to create the force out at home? I think you have to, with Dan Mara at the plate. A guy who just will not strike out. 5 strikeouts all season. Connor Lewis is going to come to the plate. Dan Mara is walked. Yeah, you had to do that. Dan Mara has 1,500 at-bats in the IBL, and he's only struck out 150 times. It's a 1 in 10 chance. Lewis fouls it off. Maple Leafs are looking for anything that touches grass or a fly ball from Connor Lewis.
And you have good speed all over the base paths right here.
Lewis, little chopper. Plays coming home, they got him. Throw to first, no throw. They get the force out at home, and now the double play is very much in order.
And it is a very tough one to see right there. But like I said again, still very good good speed on the base paths. And out of the box right there, Connor Lewis, if it's a different guy, that could be a chance at a double play with the catcher. But nonetheless, good speed still. Leafs still have a chance to win it.
That's exactly what the Barrie Baycats wanted. J.J. Dutton did the closest thing to a walk-off for the Maple Leafs in the 8th inning on a home opener. He's in a heroic position once again. Grieveson will step off. Grieveson stepped off. The fans were chanting for a balk. J.J. Dutton hits it into the outfield, but foul down the right side. For a moment, it looked like that ball would stay true, but it just kept hooking foul. J.J. Dutton's behind on the count 0-1.
And if you're Dutton, you got to think anything in the air. You got to try to elevate something here. You got Yoichi Ishihara at third base with fantastic speed.
Dutton fouls it off again, same spot. Ryan Dos Santos is on deck. J.J. Dutton is in an 0-2 hole. A strikeout here from Brad Grieveson, who has pitched a heroic outing thus far. That would be huge. Dutton hits a little chopper towards home plate. Grieveson backhands it home. They got him. They get the force out at the plate again. What a play by Brad Grieveson.
Tough one if you're a Leafs fan. If you're a Barrie Baycats fan, you're blowing a sigh of relief right there. Still not out of the woods yet. The winning run 90 feet away. Leafs still have a chance to walk it off, but again, like you said, Brad Grieveson, a heroic effort so far.
Ryan Dos Santos has been pretty good with the bat lately. He had a home run a couple of games ago. Ryan Dos Santos is on a 5-game hitting streak right now coming into this game. He needs a hit here to extend it to 6. Dos Santos fouls it off.
They landed fair.
Yeah, it banged off one of the posts behind the plate. What a way it would be to extend the hitting streak to 6. Brad Grieveson is trying to work out of bases loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the 10th. 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
And it's just, again, been a pitching masterpiece, to say the least, from both teams so far today.
Brad Grieveson, 1 strike away. It's upstairs. Good discipline there from Ryan Dos Santos to lay off. To think what must be going through the mind of Ryan Dos Santos right now. He's behind in the count 1-2. And it's upstairs again.
Battling back. Was down 0-2. Count running even here. Keep having yourself a quality at-bat. Work into a hitter's count.
Dos Santos waiting for something that he likes. He's taken 2 pitches just up out of the zone. Grieveson steps off. Now he's set. Here's the 2-2. And it's fouled off to the left, and now Ryan Dos Santos is battling.
He's fighting. We saw it a couple games ago here at Christie Pitts. Fouled off some hard fastballs, then was able to get a hold of one, taking it to dead center field. He's kind of having a similar approach right here. He's fighting off some tough pitches and staying alive.
Two once more. It's hit on the ground. A high chop at second. The throw to first is in time. Brad Grieveson works out of bases loaded with nobody out, and the Maple Leafs will have to wait another inning. We head to the 11th. So it'll be Kenice Ejo who leads things off for the Barrie Baycats. He has that phantom runner out there at second base. Barrie Baycats trying to scratch across one. Brad Grieveson did an unbelievable job to get out of bases loaded, nobody out in the 10th. The Maple Leafs had all kinds of chances to walk it off. Their win probability would have been off the charts. Now it's back to level.
And you can really feel it. Momentum's going on both sides right now.
Yeah.
You know, one team gets it, the other one shuts the door, and their team gets it, and then so on and so forth. And to think one error was really the turning point to where we are right now.
Ejo takes a strike.
Ejo, he hit a single in his first plate appearance, but ever since, he's gone down on strikes each time. I said it, it's been a pitching masterclass on both sides.
You'd have to think that Julian Jr. Valdez would be looking for a strikeout at some point in the equation if he wants to get out of this unscathed. 1-1. It's low. Canis Ejo, and then after him Starlin Rodriguez and Ryan Rio. This has to be a formula for success for the Barrie Baycats to get at least one run. These are their most dangerous hitters. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Gutsy breaking ball from behind in the count by Julian Valdez. Julian Valdez did a great job to get the final 2 outs of the inning that was started by Adam Mara in the top of the 10th. He kept the Barrie Baycats off the board. Looks at the runner at second, then steps off.
And this game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Barrie Baycats has big implements on the standings.
This one's hit into the outfield. It gets down, but just foul. It's foul down the right field line. That one was close.
Very close down that right field line. Like I was saying about the standings, if Toronto wins this, they go into a 3-way tie for third place with the Hamilton Cardinals and the Kitchener Panthers. And there'll only be a couple games back of the Barrie Baycats. I believe it would be a game and a half back. But if Barrie wins, they close the gap that they have with the Welland Jackfish. They'd be only 2 games back.
Broken bat. It gets by Valdez. Play made by Mara. Throw to first in time, but the runner advances to third base. Rob Butler is coming back to the mound. Did Julian Valdez do the job that he needed to do? I'm trying to see down in the Maple Leafs bullpen. Is it Zach Sloan? Yes, it's Zach Sloan warming up. Butler might just be going out to talk over this at bat or maybe buy a little time for Sloan in the bullpen.
And we know it's a dangerous hitter coming up to bat. Starlin Rodriguez, he had the big bop earlier on in the game. And thinking about it, Sloan might be getting saved for Ryan Rio, who's on deck right now.
So Julian Valdez is going to stay in the game. Starlin Rodriguez, Ryan Rio, Hayden Jaco, the next 3 batters coming up.
Starlin Rodriguez actually just got the intentional walk.
Oh, yep. So that was what Rob Butler came out to the mound to talk. This is the first time this season where we've had to see Rob Butler at Dominico Field really start grinding the gears and coming up with a game plan to get out. So the double plays in order. Ryan Rio hits one on the ground to second for 1. On to first. Double play! Julian Valdez gets out of it. He's fired up as he goes back to the dugout, and it remains tied. The Maple Leafs
have a second chance to walk it off in the bottom half.
All the pieces are aligned here for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Brad Grieveson remains on the mound. Jose Vinicio is at the plate. Ryan Dos Santos is the runner that will be placed out there at second base, and Dos Santos has a ton of speed.
Anything in the outfield, you know, Ryan Dos Santos, he will tag up. He has that speed to get to third. But if anything he's able to drop in the outfield, that's almost a guarantee that he's going to score. He showcased his speed all year long, but the man at the plate has had himself a game, both offensively and defensively. Jose Vinicio.
And he squares to bunt early. And then he pulls the bat back and swings and chops one over the first baseman's head, but it's foul. Oh.
And taking the words out of professional baseball player Blake Snell, that's what you call the fake bunt yammers right there. Almost pulled it off to perfection.
Oh, what a time that would have been to do it. We'll see if he's bunting this time. 0-1. He's bunting, and he gets it down. It's a pretty good one to third. There's some miscommunication to throw to third. It wasn't a force out. He's safe at third base. There was no tag applied, and once again, the Maple Leafs have first and third with nobody out.
And
it happened again.
Yeah, I don't know what the shortstops. I believe it was Starlin Rodriguez. He came up with the ball as if it was a forced play, but nobody was behind Dos Santos.
So I think if I had to guess, Hayden Jaco and the pitcher Grieveson were lined up in front of each other on first base. If the throw had gone to first base, I think it would have hit Hayden Jaco in the back when he was running to first. So maybe that was the indecision that was seen at first base that caused the throw to go to third. I'm not sure. Either way, a mess of a play and an intentional walk issued to Justin Mara. Jordan Castaldo is the batter. He is a fantastic hitter, but if he were to hit one sharply on the ground, he would be a double play candidate, just like Ryan Rio.
And, you know, not only do you have to worry about him getting a base hit here, he is prone to taking a walk. He leads the team in base on balls. You have the right man at the dish if you are the Maple Leafs.
Bases are loaded. Vinicio taking a ridiculous lead from second base. Castaldo takes way inside. It's 1-1. Brad Grieveson is the right guy to have on the mound when you want to load the bases with nobody out. He's only walked one person all season, so you know he's going to throw strikes.
And we saw what he did just last inning with the bases loaded and nobody out.
He threw strikes.
Threw strikes and worked out of it.
The 1-1 to Jordan Castaldo. And he hits one to first. And the double play's applied, but the run comes in. No, it's going to be a triple play. It didn't bounce. And oh my goodness, the Barrie Baycats just turned a triple play in the bottom of the 11th. And I don't think anyone knew it until the play had fully developed. That ball was caught on a line, and that is a miracle. Brad Grieveson just worked at a bases loaded, nobody out, 2 innings in a row.
Muted right now.
Last time the Maple Leafs were this deep into a ball game, it was Sean Riley hitting a walk-off home run 2 years ago in the IBL Finals in Game 6, or in Game 4 to send it to a Game 5. Now the Maple Leafs see themselves in what is maybe one of the more miraculous games, aside from that one I just mentioned. It seems like there's no way they can possibly win this game at this point, but who knows? An intentional walk has just been issued, so Zach Sloan is on the mound. He'll have first and second with nobody out, trying to shut down the Barrie Baycats. Avery Tuck is going to come to the plate. John Salazzo is still in the game. He's at third base. Pitch is in the dirt.
And if you're the Maple Leafs, the right guy for the day is at the plate. 0 for 4, 4 strikeouts for Avery Tuck.
1-0, outside 2-0. Zach Sloan does not want to load the bases here. Swing and a miss. First strike delivered there by Sloan. Top of the 12th inning, we're tied 3-3. The Barrie Baycats, if you're just joining us, have escaped the bases loaded with nobody outs 2 consecutive innings. And the last time they did it on a triple play. There's been a phantom runner at second base for the last 2 innings. Neither team has been able to score.
And you remember when professional baseball implemented that rule and said the games would be sped up?
Yeah.
Not the case.
Goes to the backstop. Both runners are going to advance, but it didn't matter because it's a walk anyway. So the bases are loaded with nobody out, and the Maple Leafs are going to have to try and take a page out of the Barrie Baycats book, or they're going to have to score a boatload of runs in the bottom of the 12th. Infield is in for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Their defense has been fantastic today. Check swing on a ball in the dirt, and he did not go around. Oh boy. Maple Leafs.
They want an appeal down to the umpire at first base, but they're not. Home plate umpire's not going to give it.
Yeah, you can't really do that when the batter's back is faced to the umpire. Looked like a pretty full swing, though, at home plate. This is the 8th pitcher that the Maple Leafs are going to toss out. Carson Burns at the plate, and he chops one on the ground. Vinicio makes the play. Throw to home to get the force out.
And you could hear, we're up here at the top of the hill, we could hear Jose Vinicio call for that baseball. Zach Sloan fell off the mound going towards it, and Jose Vinicio saying, mine, mine, letting him know to back off. Big out number 1.
Jose Vinicio is having a remarkable defensive game today. That was a big play made in a pressure situation. But the Barrie Baycats have been doing this for the last 2 innings.
We've seen it all so far tonight in this baseball game.
Pitch in the dirt. Any ball in the dirt, Justin Mara is going to have to do everything he can do to block it. And, I mean, a run should come in to score when you get the runner at second base, but for the Maple Leafs, feels a mile away. This one's popped up. It's on the infield. Jordan Castaldo makes the catch. Is this really happening?
I'm at a loss of words for what
It hasn't happened yet.
For just what's gone on in the 12 innings of play that we've had today.
So this will be Kyle Maves. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by Justin Mara. He's made 4 sensational blocks in the inning.
Sensational catcher behind the plate.
Maves is hitting 200 on the season. He's 0 for 3 today. Pitch is a strike. It's 1-1. Noel McGarry-Doyle is on deck. In the dirt, blocked by Justin Mara again. Zach Sloan has ultimate confidence in his catcher to throw that slider, and he's got a good one.
Yeah, he's showing it right now. It's cutting off the plate so much, but got to give props to Justin Mara, blocking it all.
Strike, 2-2. Tough lefty v lefty breaking balls coming here from Zach Sloan.
When you see that lefty v lefty, you have that breaking ball in your mind, but when he paints its fastball on the outside half like that.
Check swing, did he go? No, says the second place umpire, and that one he definitely did not go around. Well, the count is full. Zach Sloan's best pitch here is a strike.
Safe to say this is the biggest pitch of the game right here.
Probably of the season for Sloan. Here's the 3-2. Breaking ball, outside, ball 4. The Barrie Baycats will crack the ice. They lead 4-3.
And you thought maybe Zach Sloan catches the outside corner right there. But the home plate umpire says otherwise.
He went right back to the breaking ball again. He was feeling good about it, and now Rob Butler is going to come back to the mound. There are no limit on mound visits in the Intercounty Baseball League that I'm aware of. Rob Butler has had his fingerprints all over these extra innings for the Maple Leafs.
And it looks like it was just a meeting on the mound to talk things over with Zach Sloan, because nobody in the bullpen is warming up.
And once again, Butler is going to his lefty at the right time. But it was a walk to Kyle Maves. Now it's Noel McGarry Doyle, who's 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts. But he's hitting .328 this season. Checks his swing on a breaking ball low. Zach Sloan is sticking right with that breaking ball. That's probably 6 of the last 7 pitches from Zach Sloan that he's gone to the breaking ball. 1-0. Swing and a miss. But Gary Doyle was way behind, obviously sitting on the breaking ball again from Sloan.
And that's a good fastball to put in, because you put it on the inner half for a lefty. That breaking ball on the outside is going to look a lot further out every time now.
Swing and a miss. Breaking ball in the dirt. Sloan sticks with the hook.
We've gone fastball on the inner half, slider on the outside half. Wouldn't surprise me if he just doubles up right here.
In the dirt, and it goes to the backstop, and another run comes in to score. Justin Mara, you can't blame him at all. He blocked a ton of balls behind the plate, but eventually one was going to get through, and that took a horrible hop for the Maple Leafs. But the Barrie Baycats have opened up a 2-run lead.
And momentum firmly in the grasp of the Barrie Baycats right now. Unfortunate break right there for the Leafs. Not sure if that caught off the front side of the plate or if it just bounced square off the plate.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought it might have bounced over the fencing in the back.
That's the risk with the breaking ball, is sometimes it'll find the dirt. 2-2, fisted off to the left.
And you can see how late he is on that fastball. McGarry Doyle's just sitting on that breaking ball. He knows it's going to be coming on the outer half. So far, I've liked the pitch mix by Sloan. Unfortunate break on that slider, though.
Upstairs, 3-2. Strike 3 called. Zach Sloan gets the strikeout, but maybe a couple batters too late. The Maple Leafs have their work cut out for them in the bottom of the 12th. What a game we've had. Is this it for the Barrie Baycats? They lead 5-3. The bats for the Maple Leafs coming up. Well, the time is 11:11 at Dominico Field. What we thought was going to be a short game has turned into a long one. 12 innings in length. John Salazzo is at the plate. The Maple Leafs wish right now, if they had to take one in this 11:11 hour, would be probably a John Salazzo hard contact somewhere on the Little League diamond. But it's 11:12 now. The IBL home run leader takes outside. It's 1-1. Brad Grieveson is coming in for another inning of work. He has been fantastic. 4 innings of relief is the job he's tasked with. The bullpen for the Barrie Baycats is absolutely barren as John Salazzo swings and misses.
And you just got to tip your cap to Grieveson, really, for the effort he's put in tonight against an offense that has been electrifying so far this year.
Salazzo hits it sky high. Rodriguez makes the catch, and there's one away. Yuichi Ishihara will come to the plate. If you want to look at the last time Brad Grieveson had a long outing in relief, actually it was a pitching outing, and it was against the Toronto Maple Leafs in his final game of last season in the playoffs. 5 innings. Brad Grieveson and Adam Kahn combined for the 9 innings in that one, but the Maple Leafs won 6-3 to move on to the next round.
Big cut right there by Yuichi Ishihara.
Runner on first base, even if it does threaten the double play, because they need 2 runs. Ishihara flares one into the outfield, and it's caught. 2 away. Ishihara batting in the place of Garrett Takamatsu nearly got himself on board. Well, if there's anyone who can keep the line moving, it's Dan Mara. Connor Lewis will come to the plate next.
Dan Mara has reached base twice, back in the 3rd inning on a walk, and then in the 10th he walked as well.
Tack on 2 hits on that line as well. Mara hits one to left, but Gary Doyle comes over and makes the catch to end what was a rather incredible night here at Dominico Field. The Barrie Baycats and Brad Grieveson escape bases loaded with nobody out twice in extra innings, and they win the ball game. And if you do that, you'd have to think they deserve the win.
Yeah, I mean, again, hats off to Brad Grieveson for what he did in relief to close out that game. And the Barrie Baycats did not back down. It almost cost them. The one error in the 8th inning almost cost them, but they gritted down, and they sit 2 games back of the Welland Jackfish.
Well, we appreciate everyone tuning in here on Toronto Maple Leafs TV from Thomas West and Zach Benoit. And Gus Cousins, who's a massive Taylor Swift fan. See you next time.